Dust2, Virtus.pro, they've already fallen on train. The reverse sweep on the cards for ENCE. The international roster have impressed at times. It's been a game of, well, two stompy first maps, a 16-6, a 16-7. I've got Chad Birchall here to piece together what will be our last of the series. Dust2, I'm expecting a closer battle. Yeah,
and right here, VP won the knife, decided to start on the T side.
Interesting.
On the T side, they've headed straight in towards the lower dark. Alu in that Xbox.
You don't see this all too often. A full lower ton start. Off the Xbox smoke, yeah, I'll hear it. He showed his head. Oh, and another dead. Back and forth. Even trades. And Snappy readies for war. He can catch the Xbox jump up. He's paranoid about B, understandably. Don't have info there. D-Hut. He hears things. James baits out the peak of D-Hut. Confirms he's up there, and now they want to try. Oh, damn, D-Hut. Where'd you find this? Great shot.
Kick it has a smoke and a flash here, but Snappy's still watching.
Kick it spotted on the cross. He does have the util on him, so smoke for the mid. Could be the mid B pincer.
Well, they know Spinks is towards backup plat as well. Sanji just took some damage from him.
Good point.
There's nowhere to go.
None of their options are great.
Oh, the T-half woes still continue for VP here. 35 seconds left. They're going to barrel up Cat. Sanji late
long. 30 seconds, lads. Dia, he's been hitting every shot he takes, and no exception onto James. He's even ready for Sanji. Oh, back turn. Sanji's late long. Maybe he could find more, but over the smoke, kick it elevated. Good shooting. Kick it to come up clutch. It doesn't seem all too favorable. He's so loud about this, but the fight comes in, and now onto the last. Spinks stands up strong and secures it. VP, they make a lot out of a little there.
Got so much out of the tail end of that round. I thought D-Hut completely denied them any access, any excitement on the pistol around there, but ENCE will walk away with another. And that's a great way for them to carry that momentum of train on through. Now, in terms of Dust2 for ENCE, only 3 on record with this roster, but there's one that sticks out like a bloody sore thumb. A 16-9 victory over Vitality in the group stage. Now, you keep that in mind. Vitality aren't here. They didn't make it to the playoffs. ENCE did. That is one of the biggest scalps that ENCE have taken to get to this point so far. So let's see how much their D2 really hurts. Can they force a team like VP?
Sure. I will also highlight that from the group of death, Virtus.pro managed to get top 3. So, you know, they were in the stacked group. They were the 3rd team to qualify alongside Astralis and Liquid. Well, we just lost Liquid, one of the first 2 teams eliminated in this 2nd stage of competition for Pro League. Now, it is a Deagle, and that is it.
Here we have a wild James, as you can see in his floricking grounds of T-spawn. He loves to spend every waking moment of rounds just here, crouching under the guise of Alu's scout and jiggle peeking and jumping, hoping for some form of contact so that his underlings can do the dirty work.
Yeah, they are. Ooh. They're a type of lings, maybe they're more like Zerglings with their Glocks. Just gonna throw their naked bodies, try to overwhelm with numbers.
He's left spawn now, so as we see the very wild James leaving spawn after 55 seconds. He's had enough and now he's hungry.
Yo, those Glock dinks sound good. Nade feels better. Buster down to 40. As is the clock.
Now, I want to tell you all that this type of round here is to milk out the CT utility, make sure that they're expending and having to reinvest going forward. And all in all, it should play out exactly like this. Nice and quick towards the tail end. But the beginning, the reason it's drawn out is because of that reinvestment. ENCE now will have to rebuy their nades. They're going to have to purchase back in. So at least they're spending some money. The last thing you want if you're VP is to a fast long or a fast B. Everybody dies. They haven't used many nades. And you go, oh, okay, well, now they've got a bit of a cash bonus. So it looks a bit silly when the round ends like that. But every single round, there's a flow-on effect. So important for VP to take it just like that. And now they've purchased in themselves for round number 3. AWP out for James, AKs for the rest. The buy is looking better for VP in this one, especially with those MP9s. Do ENCE and Snappy have anything in store with the bonus? And that's a big tag onto Alu.
Buster's out. They've taken long. Corner smoke arrives. Most importantly, it's a lot of a large gap now in ENCE's CT info. They'll have to push elsewhere.
Yeah, it's a heavy cat lean now. They've got that scout towards the top of sight on Alu. Sure, he is low, but they've got 3 players with rifles and SMGs to deny short and mid, so they can help pump out quickly behind short if there is a mid to B in play. But Virtus.pro, they love the mid to Bs, they love the B hits, and it's going to be the ladder this time round. James, of course, still in T-spawn, just covering these rotations, making sure he can get any free information he can. Still with him here too. Looks like he's going to lob out that Xbox smoke. That should keep the players from ENCE stuck on short.
And there's B-pop.
Oh, he missed the smoke. Okay, it's in T-spawn.
Oh, crud.
Yeah.
That's actually perhaps going to play a part into this. James will try and hold short instead. Kick it even, maybe going for contact there. Interesting. So 4 into tons. B is wide open.
Smoking himself here. So they are going for one of these classic mid to B. Snappy's going to want to pounce quickly behind them. But look at the utility. Just one smoke on kick it, 2 flashes behind this. VP need to hit the headshots and 35 seconds left.
Ooh, Doto. He knows he's about to be tested. It's AKs v MP9. I don't favor his chances in all of this.
It's on Spinks.
And Doto does push in. Found already. Sanji with the first. Oh, and Spinks gets nothing out of that B defense. Shouldn't be much more to be said. Kicket's pre-aiming the jump up. The rest would love to recover a weapon and save what they can. Snappy does find an M4. I think Ali will go hunting around the world towards short. Oh, and Kicket's not letting them keep a thing.
Oh, this is important now. I'm going to have to completely reinvest here. Ali with the scout, we've already seen him hit a bit of a banger on Inferno, but that feels like a lifetime ago now. I think he's about to go down through T-spawn. 3, 2, 1, and Buster will take his dome off. That is going to be the first round for VP here. And it didn't look like there was a lot behind it. We could see no matter what, if they headed towards that B-bomb site, as long as they dealt with Spinks, they pretty much had the round. But a couple of flubs smokes. It is worrying when you're seeing VP missing things like that, especially when Buster was from T-spawn. There's no pressure in an environment like that. It's not like being mollied flash. You're not worrying about a bit of a peak. But they flubbed it, and we'll see ENCE bounce back with just a partial investment here. Deagle, 2P250s. Oh, dear.
You take those. Scout, prowess. Buster's catching flak as well, and Kicket. Couple of shots from the P250 through the smoke, put him on notice. Damn, that is a dream start for... Oh, my God, dear, I thought he hit another. Trying to keep the AWP honest. He's got the wall bangs for sure.
Yeah, there's good damage coming out here.
Virtus.pro, they are one of the teams best at handling these early disadvantages in the anti-ecos. Don't make no mistake, they will take all the time they need, sell a fake, corral you into the wrong part of the map, because they know when you are on these buys and these pistols, you want to be using those numbers to your advantage. Doto completely alone and isolated. Now a dribble smoke drops. What can you do? Just a USP. Vulnerable to pre-fires, he hears the steps, the rotate's coming in.
Rotation's coming as well.
Damage inflicted on the cross, he can actually finish off Yakinda there. And more damage onto Sanji, that's great. Even Snappy's flank has found a frag. Buster's gone, kick it too late, Alu arrives and they're doing it. ENCE, chaos, but they thrive within it and immediately steal control. Back into Dust2.
What a massive round to win that is. It was nothing. Just the scout shot of Dihar to kick things off and then more damage over towards long. You can see how timid VP were about looking into A whatsoever. You go long, you don't want to be near this scout, and there it is, just fast on the move across the doors. And, well, James, you're dead, mate. That is it. That is all she wrote as Snappy finishes things off, puts a bow on it, makes it look pretty. And VP, that's a tough round to lose right there.
Brilliant.
Stole away a couple of their own when we were thinking about Train, but now it's ENCE's turn. This is map number 3. This is... for all the marbles.
My God, the nade like stopped him in the strafe.
This is Yakinda not getting away with a lot of his moves, right? I felt like on Train, he wasn't set up for a lot of his traditional fights or wasn't finding them on that T side. Now here in the early stages, he's gone down early a couple of times, but Kicket's equalized. Dihar's dead. Mid to B would be perfect again.
Burns down to 60, and with no armor, that AUG can pump. Like, if James doesn't hit his first shot, which is what he has fallen. Spinks, element of surprise, nearly defends B on his own, but Kicket seems to be a bit of a man possessed. 3 frags, everything for Virtus.pro. And the bomb's down, courtesy of Buster. Doto fast on the Tun's flank, so chaos to be caused by Alu, and Doto to flank to finish.
Alex.
That's the easiest first he'll ever find. Now, the hunt for Buster. Multiple targets, and they work it out too easy. ENCE retaking Alu, swapping over to the rifle for the final frag. Diligence from the boys of ENCE.
I want to give a massive 2 thumbs up to Snappy right there. When VP get that mid control and they have door control, they'll just park jam there with the AWP because they know if they pressure either let's say short or in this example B, somebody has to rotate eventually. And Snappy has done that aware. He hasn't made a lot of footsteps. He's just crouched in. There's a lot of opportunities for him to die to a player on cat, to 2 players close doors, maybe if they've already slipped on out. But aware of the team he's versing, and that kill on Snappy, that kill
James.
from Snappy onto James is huge because at that point you know, okay, well the rest of them are all going to be coming through tunnels, right? James tasked with controlling that rotation, and now it's going to be 4-1. ENCE very much could win this series, and I think that would throw a lot of things into disarray within this side of the bracket. We have Complexity versus Na'Vi coming up next.
I mean, yeah, Virtus.pro up against Na'Vi or Complexity was supposed to be, you know, one of the blockbuster showings of the round of 8. And ENCE, I mean, let's not forget, continue to impress. They had Vitality, FaZe, G2, NiP in their group. They managed to battle for a 2nd place finish with some big wins. Beating G2, not easy to do. Beating new FaZe, not easy to do. That conceding to them in their battle of the group stage. Now then, we have our 6th. And it's the same start. Seems like VP's default is really like conceding long. The only time they take it's when they've got a spawn, and we saw how that worked out for Yakinda last time. So, typical. Oh, actually, I failed the Dren smoke on the hinge there.
Couple of missed smokes from VP. Worrying sign, really. Remember, they won the knife. They selected to start on the T side here. Not getting away with their usual tricks. 3 of them still parked in towards upper tunnels. They have nades for a hit, right? They could smoke through the skylight towards the doors. They could set up a couple flashes as well. That molly won't do anything. Can just stand and wait. Continue to let the clock bleed on down. Flash out mid. They'll be clearing this. Starting to get a bit of a move on here, VP. Never mind, they fooled me too. All a bit of a ruse towards the mid doors. Strong setup right now to deal with this tunnels pop.
Spinks' backpack. Yeah, got to be cautious. Nothing visible. Flashes pop, and here comes Spinks. The spray, good. Diha in support. Just the one is all they get. Diha makes it look all too easy. They can go sidearm shopping for his troubles. ENCE 5, VP 1, and alarm bell starting to ring for VP fans around the world.
Especially with Yakinda currently yet to frag, right? This guy we talk about is an entry fragger on the CT and the T side, of course. He loves the aggression, but if he's not getting away with any of his opening kills, if he's not buying space...
He's got a spawn again. Well, he hasn't even got a good spawn, never mind.
Yeah, so it's one of these things where if Yakinda starts finding a couple, I think VP will find some rounds off the back of it. Spinks solo B yet again, and well, I think the failed mid to Bs and the B pops have forced VP into something maybe a bit more A heavy. Yakinda already close mid doors, already posturing for this cat take. He jumps on up, Aloe to deal with. And we've seen him pre-aim this corner before, Yakinda. This will be quite the fight.
Yeah, I wonder if Aloe, I mean, I saw his reaction speed test in the vlogs. 150 MS, he's quick. Yakinda, are you quicker? Baits the shot. Lives to tell the tale. Alu dropped off. He's done his job. He's forced that into an absence of info for the CTs. Evades the nade nicely as well. Still, 11 ADR. Can they keep Yakinda honest for an entire half?
He has a bit of a problem here, being so close doors. They might actually try and push him forward now that the AWP's here too.
And the smokes will bloom. There's going to be both of them, and a flash as well. Stappy does have a chance over the smoke, but Yakinda draws blood. First entry for him into this 3rd map decider. And Diha, very quick, as you highlighted on that flank. He has Alu in support with the util. Look at the flashes. He's so blind. The damage from Diha keeps on coming. He does not stop. He does not surrender. Sanji,
a 3rd.
So late.
Oh, the
Diha, he gets them all. Just Sanji now, looking for the ace. Diha, you're brutal. Destroys Virtus.pro. The pole beating down VP. It is definitely 2021.
Oh, what an absolute flank that was. I didn't think it'd work out like that. The hit comes in. They're already pinned. Snappy, yeah, sure, he gets taken out of the equation very, very quickly here. But this flank, lightning fast. Bomber's just been planted. He's already engaging 3 players.
Like the comms, you know, you're still talking about long round CT, and already the fight comes to you. He'll take that any day of the week. Let's go, Diha.
Big round. Massive round. Scoreline now 6-1. No AWP for James this time. We'll have to get it done with the rifles here. And VP, well, stand there on the back foot. That'll be stating the obvious. Once again, 3 players trundle towards the upper tunnels. Nade shy back at Cap. Sanji not home to receive that. And Alu, even with a bit of aggression of his own, he's peeked on out.
It's been a long time since I saw the 1 minute 48 nade top mid. No one.
That's a head.
Oh my God, how does he get away with murder? They're going to accelerate. They know that was the B defender, but they aren't. That was their sight for the taking. Alu can't believe his luck. He scopes up on it, says no. Don't stress, chill your beans. It is a 3v4. VPR heading back over through short. Snappy has been forced out of position. Doto realizes he's got a lot of work to do now. Oh, Doto completely caught slipping. Shouldn't be anything more for Snappy and Alu in this one. Seems VP just profiting off of that early frag. And Snappy forced into Buster's aim. Wow, he's turned it around. At great cost to his own personal health.
Should be the save call here for ENCE.
I think they just want to see if Alu can find anything on the initial peak. Off the flash, if he gets Goose, maybe they go. Yeah, no one's giving him anything, as they should.
Yeah, they can just tuck in here, VP. No need to pick right now. Issue needs to be forced from ENCE. And
oh, he really wants it. What's going on? Alu is proper chomping at the bit for a frag. Time is so low. He still wants to force the issue. Keeps him on the site.
Just wants to do some financial damage here.
Yeah, I mean, James will go down to the bomb if he stays there. That's the frag. He goes down to the AK instead. Alu keeps their feet planted, and the rest should just about make it away.
Oh, hoping the orb gets blown their way. They're going to struggle to find this in the aftermath of the explosion. It doesn't look like they can pick it up. So, yeah, James not going to get an AWP again here. No one can afford it. No one can drop it his way, and he can't buy it himself. So even just denying that, it didn't look like a lot from ENCE. It didn't look like a lot from Alu, but they carry through with another gun round. So when that bomb goes off, you can see lots of eyes on it. Where did it end up? We might have to send a team out to try and find that one.
I think we were hoping to be able to spot it flying through the sky in the slow-mo replay. Still couldn't.
Might need the CIS enhance type of camera quality for that one.
Yeah.
But Dia's now doing more AWPing.
Did you just call CSI CIS?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because that's much more of a common acronym in your day-to-day life. Welcome to CIS CIS Kiev.
Oh, dear. What did CSI stand for?
Crime Scene Investigation.
That's the one. I used to love that show.
Yeah, dude, I'm a big fan of that kind of crime-solving nonsense. The BBC Sherlock series.
Oh, that's pretty good too.
That'll tickle your pickle. Oh, Kicker did not have a clue. Neither of them do. The flash from Snappy converted by Doto.
That's fantastic. Long retake. Full control. 2 kills.
Doesn't get better. Round. It just doesn't get better than that. Yakinda, I love to see a round where you remind us of what you are capable of, but he has been kept completely silent by the ENCE defense.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if it's anything they've done to necessarily cage him, or he's just not finding those timings right, because when you're an entry fragger and it's a volatile job, oh, yeah, so is that.
That is very volatile. I mean, admittedly, in a 5v3, you want info, you get a bit horny for it, can't fault him too much.
Oh!
But now...
Kinder's coming.
This gets awkward. Yakinda does go down to Spinks. If he gets this... Sweat off the brow. No issue anymore. Jane with 10 HP and 30 seconds. I'll let you work it out.
4-letter word. Starts with S, ends with E.
K-I-L-L. No. S-A-V-E. Yep. It's a dusty old cab.
Yeah, look, I don't think it's getting too much work around here. Which side would we be driving on in wherever we are on Dust2? It's a good question.
What side of the road do you drive on in, like, Morocco?
Are we just taking a step? Do we know where Dust2 is meant to be?
Road.
Oh, as you can see, we've got our scientific squadron out there now, getting the Google sphere on.
I'm guessing something like that.
Yeah, I'm not certain.
Wait,
I guess we could use the car. Oh, no, that one isn't broken either anymore. Maybe we can email Valve about it. It's pretty important that we find that out. So maybe we could get Rush to send an email. But what is important right now is VP taking a timeout.
Morocco has no drink and drive laws.
Well, that's pretty good. Oh, no, wait, like in the sense of you can drink and drive?
Well, I mean, they do have alcohol laws, but they have no drink drive laws. That's
Don't drink and drive. I want to make that very clear.
Yeah, 100%. You're putting yourself and everyone else that is on the road.
A vehicle is a weapon.
It is a weapon. It's essentially a giant human-powered
projectile.
Bullet. Yeah, it is. 2 tons of metal.
All right, well, we didn't solve the puzzle, and I don't know if VP will either here. They have taken this time out to talk things through. The buy over there for ENCE is looking fantastic right now, but they haven't built a massive bank. That is one of the dramas here for ENCE, not able to stretch their legs. They need to keep these rounds clean. The high end at the moment is Alu with 3K, and remember, if they lose a round, it's just going to be that 1,400 loss bonus coming in. So VP going with a buy on a round like this, maybe it's enough to break the back here of ENCE. They've done a great job to get themselves a huge lead. 5 rounds to the good right now, and aggression from Alu again. He can snatch away an entry kill. This is snatching away the hopes of VP. How long is he going to stand and wait? He's even got support on Cat. Look at this double setup right now.
Very comfortable. I love the calling coming out of ENCE. Like, they are actively trying to destabilize the comfort zone of Virtus.pro.
Yeah, we've just sat here for about 20 seconds waiting for that.
Oh, that couldn't be better. 100 damage to open up the account. Kick it, and Yakinda. Missing some shoes. Missing half of their health. And the hinge smoke is deployed. So that typically...
It's gonna hurt. Oh, he's just dodged it.
Typically leads to a bit of a short and long pincer. But look at the bomb's positioning, dude.
Yeah, it just smells of a mid to B.
Yeah, it does.
Or just a hard B hit. But either way, Alex, we're at 47 seconds. They haven't even had a look-in on short yet.
It's a bit trainy, isn't it?
There's no look-in whatsoever. The flash is no good. Alex should get one here. Peeks on now. Kick it drops. It even goes for the second.
Gets time to cock it. Pulls 2, and there's more. Sanji, okay, there's a gap in the smoke. They won't be able to cross now in 30 seconds. I can't believe I'm saying it. But they might just have to brute force it into B. Spinks can't believe his luck. Snappy has the perfect weapon for the job.
I can tell you right now, James going to save.
Yeah. Especially now, Buster's been caught on the initial spray. Just James takes a pot shot, being hunted down, and will lose the orb. Okie dokie, stood his ground this time.
In a round where he probably should have saved, he didn't. So things are just... Whatever's going on in the VP camp right now, they are struggling to find answers, right? There's no pace behind any of this. They're not getting any room. They're assuming that then they get more room than they have. And this is the first bit of damage they're greeted with. There's a nade in their face and then Alu on a double kill.
So I understand, and I've seen how powerful Virtus.pro's slow, methodical style can really brutalize a CT defense when everything's working and Yakinda's getting entries. But, you know, why haven't we seen them do, you know, test ENCE's all in on the long?
They tried and then they got flash taken back, but you're right, they should have sent more numbers. They should go out there again, right? Because they got it for free.
Yeah, just testing the B players again. Spinks can't believe it.
He'll just keep getting that ADR, keep racking it up. Run through the smoke, come on in. Yakinda's left at short with utility. Like, what was the point of the nades if they were just going to rush B? What am I missing here?
That is the question.
This team looks out of sorts. This is not normal for VP. This is a pressure match. We'll reiterate it. This is a playoff match. You lose, you are out. This is one of the best teams that we have seen in recent months.
Yes.
Right? The CIS Revolution. You guys have all heard about it. Na'Vi, they've been there for years. Gambit, VP, Spirit, all those names. And oh, they're struggling here against ENCE. That's more like it from Yakinda. Nice one dig. But
I mean, 6 weeks ago, Chad, the reason you were convinced was because you watched them win best of 3s against NIP, Vitality, Furia, Astralis, and Liquid in quick succession.
They were looking hot to trot.
And then that Gambit series, which you and I have highlighted as being, you know, the start of your question marks being raised, but they reminded us quickly, you know, beating EG, Fnatic. We were convinced that this is a squad that we're going to continue to contend at that level, and if they can't close this gap, if they can't put a lid on this ENCE defense, this second half could be a very quick affair.
Oh, ENCE are handling this. They've got all the solutions right here. 4-man A-Lane with a short boost coming in.
Long, here we go. Straight out. Diha on the secondary, doesn't fire or connect the initial shots and allowed to tuck in. But losing Long early, a huge component that we haven't often seen Virtus.pro work with on their T side. They can chill out here. We've seen Na'Vi give us many an educational lesson as to the benefits of this strategy.
I like the way that Snappy dealt with one of their rounds before with the mid to B play, right? How is Snappy going to respond here? Straight into upper dark. It might be too late, though. They're already making their walk up Long.
It's true. It means that Diha and Alu do have to kind of do it on their own, but two orbs.
Swinging.
Two orbs. Thinking about it. They're just walking up. Absolutely no contact. The CTs are not prepared for this. It's only Dia that's responsible. Now the smokes make it clear. A good use of his incendiary to isolate the cross to the ramp, but that only lasts for another 5 seconds. And he wants to peek as it fades. No, doesn't pull the trigger quite yet, but does catch a Kinder's cross.
Smoke.
Bombs in the smoke to be recovered. Sanji wants to try and get across alongside Buster. More mollies, more smokes. A gap. They're burning! Look at the health! The incendiary was perfect onto the site. ENCE were ready for this. And Kickert trying to bail himself out of trouble. James provided another. Jumping for the no-scope. One more try. Buster finds the head. And so, Virtus.pro, with the best chance they've had in some time. Can Doto disrupt? The answer's no. God damn, the amount of damage they managed to pull out with their retake utility. I mean, it wasn't even retake utility. What do we call that?
Just trying to slow them down, really just stop them from being able to get the plant.
So much damage. Dare I say it, if it wasn't an AWP and it was an M4 on Dia, there may have been a much more competitive round.
They stalled them out there for a long enough period of time, it felt like, but then the shots started coming in, right? The long flank, James gets a freebie. Ali will save. They still have a bunch of rounds to play in the late stages, but there's the answer. You're right, the heavy, long presence. They took it with the lion's share. All of their forces were there, but now the answer, if you're going to be someone like ENCE, is just, all right, let's just play 4 long. Oh, look at that molly. They don't want to push it to the side. They can't, and there's another one in front of them as well.
They're really well handled by VP, considering what ENCE were throwing at them.
Yeah, they could have freaked out. Kept it calm, kept it cool, got their 3rd, but they need a bunch more, and while they win this one, they've almost broken the bank of ENCE.
This is a very important round then.
I'd do a 4-man long lean. I'd really try and stop them from having long control, but they're going back to the same setup. 1 long, 3 short.
And here they want it again. They get it again. Impossible for Doto to try and contest that on his own.
Yeah, he slowed them down at least. He's stuck at that long corner. Now, they can't be an upper dark push. We've got someone parked. We've also got a player in T spawn. So VP have done this hoping for some CT aggression. They want ENCE to push the issue. They want ENCE to try and take that space back, expecting the same play. Yeah,
well, we saw the same play at Spinks and Snappy previously upon reacting to the long presence was a walk into tons. Kickert is in a position to punish that this time. However, Spinks solo, there's no way you're getting him out of his sight.
The thing is, if they throw some double cross smokes, they push the...
You think Spinks starts to wiggle?
Yeah, and that's maybe when Kickert can go for his little maneuver, but the longer they wait, the less time they have to operate with. Kickert now will be responsible for mid, maybe even late B as well, but it's showing that it will be a full commit, and Alu... He's now dropped on down. Been watching the cross with the AWP, and if he gets smoked off, there's still mollies, but Snappy's a bit far away to help on out.
Alu's the perfect man for the job, though. Very cool, calm, under pressure.
Hang in.
James not ready, and there they are. There's 3 bullets now lodged into them. He only pulled the trigger once, and James does provide the trade. Shuts down the AWPing presence. Snappy playing close, and they're so damn low. His HE could be worth its weight in gold. What do you do? 25, guys, what do you do? You gotta push in. James missing his shots. These bullets are gonna hurt. The flash, the fade, Yakinda provides. Doto does shut him down. And another from Doto, just like that. The double Ds pull home a 10th.
Oh, imagine if Alu gets the triple AWP kill there, just lining up. That would have been spectacular.
Yeah, I mean, I've never seen one man trim 3 players' fingernails in 1 bullet. Look at this.
Oh, mate.
And then, of course, you see a lot of Alu in the assists. Great stuff.
Look, I feel like if I'm Alu, I'm happy with what I did, but you'd want a couple more. You'd want the double at least, especially with a peak like that.
Stolen from him.
Oof, James mollied out of position. ENCE are looking so good here. Look at this. Alu again.
Anyone else?
Yakinda falls. Alu's the one taking the fights today. He's only got 8 kills, but it's felt his AWP impact is across the board. D-Hart stomping him out here as well. And they're just going to limp out, just like Train. Just like Train. VP are going to limp out one at a time. Deep nade. Bosh, right in the head of Kickert. ENCE don't even need to do anything special. Oof.
Needed that one.
Yeah, that was sketchy from both. Stabilizing now, 4 on 4. 2 players towards B. Alu close short. James really hoping to find a rotator here. Spinks looks aware. Oh, he gave him what he's looking for. That's exactly what James is hoping for. As soon as he gets that mid control, eventually someone will have to rotate.
Snappy, you saw how he handled it previously, but this time Dia pushes up and takes back control of B. That will channel them down towards middle. That's the only control they have. And with 30 seconds as a T side, you really do need to kind of screw your head on tight here. Work out the final move. James refuses to move. I wonder if Alu's alert enough. Hello? Can't believe my luck. Now into B. D has tucked in. Kicker, low enough. Even lower now as the bullet finds his head. And only Sanji. A plant, a dream, a pipe dream, I think. 2 to push in. And Alu will finish it. ENCE are running the shop here at Dust2.
This is wild.
This is a T side.
Rounds.
Dude, VP chose to start on the T side.
Yeah.
Most teams I've seen are going to be turning their nose up at anything less than 8.
Yeah, this is, they're getting drubbed. They're just getting destroyed right here. This is not easy whatsoever. They're just getting picked off. Like, you're right, aware. Like, what are you doing, Jane? We know where you are. You have the AWP, it's going to be a mid. You're watching rotations. They're aware exactly what to look for round after round. ENCE are about to pull off the biggest upset.
This is going to be
bracket.
Yeah, this is going to really turn the world upside down for many teams. Look at Doto, new confidence, and as you line up smokes, you have your confidence ripped from underneath you. Concede an early frag. CT aggressions now here on Dust2.
Oh, more damage.
Oh, it's brutal. And there's the spray. Yakinda takes Sanji with him.
Won't even count on the scoreboard.
Brutal. And it gets worse. They have tons. James knows it. He's going to have to spend... Oh, good shots. Another required. If he takes out Spinks, maybe we can talk. Spinks down. And he has once again seized an advantage. This is a bit of a mess up from ENCE. That is if they concede. Alu may have other plans. Grouped up now with Doto, the remaining 2, probably switching over to finish for the finish.
Wildly enough, VP don't want to continue towards long. If James just gets both kills the B players, you'd expect at least 1 rotation. But the fact they're sticking together and the low HP of James means anything's possible. If they peer up Cat, if they throw the smokes, Alu's going to be here with the AWP.
Oh, he's got full util, dude. If he gets a frag and is allowed to drop his incendiary. Hello? And James again, 3 frags on that scrap of health. He'll even scrap the AWP. He will go down. Doto reveals his position. A 1 versus 2 and a good incendiary. Softens up Kickert very considerably. The nade, however, not good. The bullets are 1 versus 1 now. Doto looking to come up clutch and just continue to just add more salt to the wound. I think he spotted him. Elevates for the angle. The fight is good and Doto clutches up. Oh, that's going to hurt. Virtus.pro lose it. Everything James tried worked, but still not enough to put a 4th on the board. Ladies and gentlemen, that's 12. 4 rounds away from VP being eliminated the ESL Pro League's playoffs.
Stop thinking about you. Straight from the jump, and I wait for an answer. Wish we could.
It is not sunshine and rainbows for Virtus.pro. Trying to maintain that mental state where things aren't going your way. It is truly what separates the good from the great. ENCE at the moment are looking fantastic. 12 posted on the defense. Look at 1xBet. They truly believe ENCE are going to complete this Cinderella story.
I do too.
The glass slippers out of the box. Chad's already starting to shout for the princess. 12-3, Chadney.
It would take some inspired Counter-Strike from VP here to pull this one across the line, and it's difficult to see as they've gambled incorrectly here on the pistol. 3 players over towards the B-bomb site, and all 5 members up cap for ENCE. They've got this utility on Doto. It is...
They'll have to play just long retake if they take the site.
Yeah, the mid to B smoke will plant the feet of the B defenders as well.
Oh, it's perfect.
There's no kit. Yakinda went flash, flash, smoke. So as soon as that bomb goes on down, that timer begins, and this is not going to be easy.
Oh, far from easy. These shots will not come easy. KitKat can ruin everything. They're trying to boost. They actually get it done. In the face of adversity, they boost one up. Spinks laying his life on the line for the greater good. And here comes the CTs. It's all about the headshots now. Deathmatch begins. And here we go. Chaos. KitKat thrives. 1v1. Doto alive. And he spots him. Won't hit the shot. Buster knows where he is as well. It's all on these two. And the headshots found. Doto back-to-back clutches. Finished off one half and starts the other.
That is the first nail in this coffin for VP. Unfortunately, they will be force buying into this, but ENCE are just looking way too good. And the flurry of frags that came out after this, Diha with even more impact. 2 for him right there, and Doto with 3. Now, Doto, you look at this guy. We've already witnessed him have a couple of great clutches throughout the ESL Pro League. 2 more to add to that tally right here. Not just a support player, integral in sealing the deal. And yeah, VP have gone all in. They lose this one. We're going to spiral out of control. Alu's out long, blue bin secured, and Buster, lower tunnels, has a chance, squanders it. Diha takes him down. Look at this, now they have to rejig with very little, Alex. Deagle, Scout, Famus, they don't even have long control anymore. The utility right here for ENCE. Mollies are plenty, smokes are good. Sanji in no man's land. See you later, mate.
I wonder, what is the career lowest Yakinda performance? Like, that's something that the Twitter's gods would have to dig up.
I'm sure Peter will be checking that one out.
I'm sure this isn't far off it. I'm sure there's not many Yakinda 3 frag map losses.
Yeah, and the thing is, right, like, I'm going to be honest, I think VP called a terrible game on their T side. If I'm going to be completely fair, they called a terrible T half. It's not even their fault. Well, sorry, it's not even Yakinda's fault. He can only do what he gets told to do, right? They weren't making any space. It was only late where they started to go long. They were losing constant fights in middle. They were not taking space across the map. And now just 2 remain, KitKat and Yakinda. And if they want to hold on to their Deagles and their upgraded armor, that's fine too. But the game is almost over. The scoreline will read 14-3 in 40 seconds' time. This has just been such a flat showing. And look, I'm not taking anything away from ENCE. They've been masterful. They have completely handled every single one of VP's moves. James hanging around mid, these mid to B plays. They've had to step up in their own ways. But VP, they just haven't seemed like they're threatening selves.
It's feeling so real as well for the likes of Diha, Doto, Spinks. To be taking a scalp like this in a game of this proportions, of this magnitude.
Here's the thing, right? For ENCE, it hasn't been just easy sailing for them, right? Obviously, making it this far in Pro League, that was an achievement in itself. But when you look at this team in recent history, they've got losses to Havu, they lost to Mad Lions, like that new hodgepodge Mad Lions roster that's just been formed out of nowhere with Cuban as a coach. It's not like this team has just come in and been infallible. They have been dropping games to teams who you would probably think they should be beating. And now against VP, the talk of the town, they are just getting stomped. Like this, that's what this is. This is a stomping. A lot of these rounds, sure, there was a point in that first half where the economy was still on a knife's edge, and if VP force bought and won, then sure, they could spiral back. But that didn't eventuate.
And this is the Virtus.pro that played that ridiculous quad overtime against Astralis, pushed them across the series, 30 rounds on Inferno. And ENCE are making them look silly. Spinks starts off with the first blood. Kickett's gone. Jame aggressive on the scout, connects a shot, needs to get it away.
He's dead.
He's not. Oh. Snappy doesn't get to finish his treat just yet. Buster's got a lot of pressure on his shoulders here. Does drop the bottle of flame. Forces one back. The nade to try and finish the job won't succeed. He's doing 2 jobs at once right now. Buster desperately trying to piece it together. Smokes one, nades the other. Alu's still out. Virtus.pro. Brutality.
Alu's still here close mid doors. If they think this is clear, oh, it will be clear.
Oh, close to a second. Yekinde has no idea. Snappy was just behind the door at 10 HP. Mantle's up safely, and they are gambling incorrectly again, Chad.
They've threaded the needle here. So much pressure on Jame. He might go down to this long flank of Doto. That's the site open.
Bottom. They are so low, though. They are definitely within the realms of a successful retake. Kit's on Sanji.
It's a flash and a molly. Snappy with the... Snappy with a smoke and Doto with a molly. There's a couple of flashes left over as well. They can, yeah, just delay this, make it awkward.
Oh.
Bomb's going to be over halfway tick by the time that short smoke clears.
Yekinde's going for the round the world long play.
Doto still has this molly as well.
Oh, he can drop it whenever he desires. Sanji's crawled up. Time is becoming an issue. Yekinde, easy find for Doto.
Flashing for his teammates now.
Sanji completely blind, and hopes and dreams wither away. They have to save.
It's 15.
Just like that, ENCE are 1 away, and they have got an unfathomable handful of map and series points.
Oh, this is insane. What a journey being an ENCE fan must be.
I mean, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, losing what looked to be the polish of ENCE, you know, it felt like a lot of people were ready to chew them up and spit them out. But they have taken their time, coordinated a new roster, given Snappy a new lease of life as well. You know, this is an in-game leader that's been kind of desperate, gagging to be able to once again cool his style with the right pieces of the Counter-Strike puzzle. So far, this collaboration of names have made VP look silly. And that is an achievement.
Could just be the B finish here. I'm going to go super fast, but bomb in tunnels. Smoke lands, they'll call it off for now. Turn their attention towards lower dark, but if they set up with smokes towards the doors and window, the flashes through, could try and finish over towards this B bomb site. Snappy taking a little bit of a look into lower tunnels here, and Yekinde, well, he's the man to deal with that. Very quiet from ENCE.
Just floating his crosshair between the Xbox jump up and the boost.
Now he knows he can be under pressure. They've mounted, they're up, and they're on their way to take a fight with Yekinde, who's backpedaled all the way into the site. Flash from Spinks. Now we get some indication of where ENCE are lying on the map. Short control taken, and with all this util, with all this time, they haven't been poked, they haven't been prodded, they're not low, just to execute from this point, maybe masterful. That's what they're lining up here. Simple finish.
Ooh, Yekinde's opted for a powerful counter to this position, or to these smokes. Sanji's trying to bait as best he can. Once the vision restored, Yekinde's going to activate. Timing is everything. They've passed him. The trigger discipline. He'll go for Alu first. Oh, Yekinde, that's great. Is it enough?
Oh, the team mollying now. It's getting flustered.
25. That molly was weird. Bomb on Spinks. He needs to plant. No one can contest, really, especially with a flash onto Sanji. That enables cross to short.
So much utility left for this post plant.
3 versus 4.
Oh,
what a shot. Sanji takes Spinks alongside the utility down and out. Doto does have a very fast flank, but it's been held by Jame. And there you have Virtus.pro with a sigh, a reluctant 4th. It's posted.
Oh, they get across the line, don't they? But that was all Yekinde right there, actually able to make a play from that. And you see that position is getting checked time and time again, this time overlooked, and that will be the undoing. Just standing on the box, having a good old time. And as you're right, he doesn't even swing to the site players. Goes for the 2 who are meant to be overseeing the operation. This one from Sanji was nice too, through the box. Needed that one. There were so many nades left over for ENCE to try and tool up for that post-plant scenario. But now, well, they will be taking a timeout. Only one more round needed. And they have a lot of rounds to do that with. So if you're ENCE, yeah, sure, use your timeouts, talk it through, take your time. VP only have this full buy because you gave them the guns just then and there. They'll be on the back foot time and time again. They're the ones who can't slip up at all.
Got SEO filling me in on Yukinda's underperformances. It's a couple on record, one of his first games ever on HLTV, only dropping 3 frags in 2017.
Okay, so
and 2020. Yeah, for his games with VP though, it was versus Saw in December of 2020. Was 5 frags, so okay. he has done better, 6 so far. So it's not a career low, but it's not far from it. ENCE 15. See how long they'll be kept on that number. Dia chasing 30, talking to numbers, and James boosted up for this one. So there should be usually a flash of some description, and it does force him off the line.
It's like you knew that was coming, Alex.
It's almost like I've watched a lot of Counter-Strike.
Well, ENCE have looked like they watched a lot of VP's demos here in the way that they're handling these situations. They have long control again. They've got lower tunnels. They've got close mid doors. Look at how cagey VP are. This setup on the A bomb site, that's not a dream. Can we get an aerial of this A bomb site setup, Rush? There it is. This is not a dream setup.
What's Sanji got in store for us? He got a one-way? Just a reactionary smoke? No, he's just straight up just planning to drop a smoke as they cross to keep them at that ramp.
Oh, they've gambled another member over towards A here. There's tunnels aggression as well. If a mid to B comes through from ENCE, it's going to be so weak for VP.
Kinder wants info. He gets way more than he bargained for. They were all there. Bomb spotted, they'll drop a can of flame on it. And that will slow the retrieval process. 40 seconds, lads. Dia parked on long, so it does feel like they're trying to go for that pincer, but 4 CTs here to receive them. VP, right place. And now the right result. Another frag, this time Spinks shut down. Yukinda ready and waiting as they charge in one by one into that org. Dia doesn't get anything from his long positioning. It's good shooting out of Kick It as well.
Toto wants that AK, the AWP.
Unlikely.
Yeah, very unlikely. Worse if he goes down after time here. So he's trying to buy himself some room, get himself something. He may be trying to die. Yeah, there we go. Give him the loss bonus. He'll take that one. And now VP, well, 2 consecutive rounds. They'll have to make it 3 here just against what will be a low buy from ENCE, or maybe even an eco. So they get this to look a little bit more respectable with the scoreline. But yeah, the bomb getting dropped here, you're right. It did really slow the round down. They couldn't just pick it up immediately. The Molotov on top of it and then limping in, well, it looks one at a time because of the utility usage of VP here. Just 1 P250 in the mix. The rest will be on the Glocks. Should be a quick round for VP.
Charging into middle. James realizing lower tons is not the play. Does well to escape the push. And his teammates will be there to bodyguard him nicely.
Now, I'm always talking about a bit of pace when you have such a lead, right? Now, if you take a look at it, you're still going to need 9 more rounds here out of the likes of VP to take us to OT. But one of the situations when you have so many rounds to work with, if you go fast and you try something, like if you have a pocket strat, if you use it early, you might just win yourself that round, but also it means you might not have that left later in the piece. So there's always a couple of arguments of what to do when you have such a big lead. Do we just keep defaulting, let them make the mistake and then capitalize, and then you find round after round after round, it just whittles away, and then that lead that seemed great no longer exists? Or do you throw in something a bit more aggressive, you know, all out long, a fast A split, something along those lines to catch them off guard, because they're going to be really, really quite sketched on out, knowing they can't make any mistakes. It's a very deep lurk smoke. He's just kept Buster interested. Where do they want to finish? Snappy's still around upper tunnels, and Hello's being called back. Dropping out another smoke towards the front B. That one there, not going to give them what they want. That helps the CTs a bit more than anything.
Definitely not walking out of that one.
No, no gaps on either side. Snappy is lining up a door smoke there, so it does look like a B pop. Maybe they throw the smoke first and walk a few players out mid to B on the timing.
Yeah, that's the play. Kick It kept busy. Tracer fire exchange, and Kick It does put one into the brain. Spink's gone. Out mid. Smoke still up for another 10 seconds. Alu needs this frag and he needs it now. Yakinda is his victim and he finds it. Jame with the AWP for Overwatch now. They want to pivot back to A. Interesting. A standoff on long doors between Doto and Sanji and Jame with it all to do here on the short cross. Does connect the first, tucked in. The flash a little late, but does arrive, and he can molly the default plant. They won't be able to plant short for another 10 seconds. Doto's flank. Sound cue. Oh, he steps over it. They won't know. And the spray is there. Jame now under scrutiny. Quick shots from him. And they have a man advantage for this after plant. Alu gonna have to be head on a swivel. You can see he's just in a state of limbo. If they could just find Jame, so much pressure would be relieved, but Jame's aware. He'll tuck in, let the contact happen, kick it and Buster advancing flash from Jame. It's all they've got. Flash and go. And the go works. Now all onto Alu. Can he close the case right here? One long. Doesn't know the second, assuming short. Nade makes it clear, and he can't pull the trigger in time. VP weather the storm of another on this path to the impossible.
Saving both AWPs as well. Handled there. Got janky for a moment, especially with Doto punishing Sanji towards long, but didn't panic. Took their time and played the number advantage. This run from Kicker turned out to be very important in the scheme of things. You can see really just trying to sell that it was a B to draw all that space for Alu to work with. And this one right here, yeah.
Great movement from Doto. Like, if he takes a lick of damage, he's got someone pre-firing. But, okay, and this is going to be interesting. Probably haven't seen too many of these in our cast, Chad, and faced with the gimme.
Well, this is the fast round. Look at the buy. Tech 9s are plenty. Deagle in play, utility there as well. Something a bit more pouncy, something a bit more explosive. Really try and run over VP.
You can see the reaction just with their awareness that this buy is going to be quicker. Molly and nade instead of smoke.
Here it comes.
Buster, tested, first found.
Not blind at all.
Are advancing into his location. One has slipped the net, and now faffing around with nades. He lives well. Need to see something on this Tech 9. Doto eventually losing his teammates all around him. He needs this Tech 9 to work. Why does he feel like he's filled it with peas? Frozen peas.
There's air coming out the end of that thing there.
Yeah, really.
All right, well, they tried the faster B play, and now the scoreline, it's getting back into a competitive environment, 15-8. BP still need 7 rounds. Painted a bloody picture.
And then he goes again. Here we go. 40 bullets. Dum, dum, dum.
Yikes.
We've all been there.
Yeah.
Let's get into it. Doto challenging long, needs the space. Oh my god, VP have sent 4 long. They want to contest this. This could be early casualties for ENCE. They can again. Spinks first to fall. Sanji's pulled one out, and there it goes. Another round for Virtus.pro in the first 10 seconds of play. Sanji demands respect. 3 kills on the spray down.
There's the quicker rounds I was asking for.
Yep. The faster one on the Tech 9s, and this one even quicker. You see the telltale signs of a frustrated AWPer with the wiggle of his crosshair.
Yeah, well, now there's not even going to be an economy for ENCE to stay on top of, right? Just making sure if you were limiting them to 2 guns every round. Let's see what Alu can do here. James, a nice scalp. Has a minute to work with. If they keep presenting him fights, nobody over towards B, nobody over towards middle, or catwalk.
You don't have to be a mathematician to work out that you lost the bomb long early. They killed all of your players long early. You're probably not going to find much towards B. Top mid, however, does
that was quick.
Provide a very quick frag from Alu.
Well, he knows he can go back up short, right? So if he wants to go back up short and try that fight, he's just looking for kills here. Maybe trying to save in plain sight is Alu. 35 seconds left on the clock. Let's call it 15-9, shall we?
Shall we?
It'd be nice if everyone in the server could do that. It's like, should we just call off the round? Everyone happy to do that? Yep, okay.
Put down your guns.
The next one.
Start again.
Okay, well, ENCE, they couldn't have more rounds to work with, right? Like, this is a lot of chances that they're going to have to convert this victory here.
So just to highlight it and to make sure it's apparent for everyone on this adventure we're about to undergo, it was a 12-3 half. That's 12 on the CT side. 12 CT rounds on Dust2. They then proceeded to not only win the pistol, but the preceding 2, or the following 2, which put them at 15-3. We now stand at 15-9. 5 in a row. Realms of Possibility returning. And that is another timeout. So half of them gone. Chance for Snappy to pipe up. Of course, coach as well. Gets sore on the mic.
If we dissect the money situation right here for ENCE, saved AWP from Alu, that's great. Snappy with 4.2, Dodo with 4K, Spinks with 4.4, and Dihar down there with 3.4. They can get AK-47s or Galils if they want to prioritize utilities. The buy, they should go for it, right?
No, but I don't like what you're saying.
I know we're not loving it right now, but it's still a competitive gun round in the scheme of things, right? They've tried 2 fast rounds. That's what I asked for. They went for that B pop. They didn't hit their shots on entering the site. That stifled them. They didn't get the plant. They went long. They got absolutely dismantled. Now they've gone for a partial. So not going all in. They're not going to throw the kitchen sink at this one. Go for another lighter investment. But with that AWP in play from Alu, it's still very threatening. VP have to keep that in the back of their mind here as we get back underway. Close doors smoke. 2 players crossing towards B. 3 in the upper tunnels for ENCE again.
Oh, they're boosting. Are they? He crouched. Okay, no. James won't find anything early on his reconnaissance mission.
So they've used the mid-door smoke against them, right? They've just taken this space for free. They haven't had to throw an Xbox smoke. They haven't even made any steps whatsoever. There's been no flash. They're just walking on up. This is free real estate every day of the week. Now the util comes out, and now they take the short control.
James readies himself for war. Run boost. It's going to be a harder shot for James to hit. And he realizes that that space is lost. Good to do so without dropping util and immediately trying to punish. And bait that util out of Yakinda. He doesn't opt to smoke it just yet.
Just threatening there, just with the momentum, just with the noise. Didn't force out a lot of nades from VP, and they're just stuck. 2 players towards B, 3 towards A. Now floating back towards spawn is Yakinda.
Okay, well, there's a CT smoke. He's actually smoking doors. That's quite a inspired reaction from Yakinda. And the spray suppressing as well. It forces them to either run through grey screen, wait it out, or come through the Buster AWP hole. No fun for anyone. Ape not open for business. James has sent the bomb down into the pits of CT. Spinks would have to do the hero play. Drop down, throw it up, not die. Yakinda's down there.
Need to die.
I suppose you're right. With 13 seconds left, James doing them a favor. It's only Spinks remaining. And he can't quite find it. VP, 10. And everyone starts to hold their breath because you know, as well as I do, that when it gets to this point in the game, the comms get a little bit more venomous. The calls are a little more flustered. You start feeling like this opponent just can't take a beating. You can't win an aim duel. You've been on 15-3. 15-3. They've already gone through the entire mental process of, nice, we beat them. Like, beating VP, that's so sick. Like, you've already gone through that in your head. You haven't said it out loud, but in your mind, this victory was yours.
Yeah, you're staring at the finish line.
Absolutely. The checkered flag's already been waved. You've already started, you know, high-fiving people as you run the last 20 meters, and you've just tripped over your shoelaces.
Well, again, they just slow through lower. Spinks dealing with any aggression towards upper tunnels, not going to find anything. Utility exchange from both teams, and it is just one of these slower crawls around the map. Yakinda's already rotated over towards spawn. Dihar drops to smoke again and quickly scampers back. Doesn't want an ult bullet through the door as they mount up towards Catwalk, and that grenade on Snappy's face, that one's going to hurt. 52 damage and the follow through. Look at this.
Leave us alone. ENCE wishing they had the heavy armor.
Well, they're just going to go for another one of these short executes. Now, they could try variation, throw the smokes, go for a mid to B play, throw the smokes, drop down, and try and run up the ramp. But either way, softened up. It's not going to be easy.
Oh, he's actually got the angle on the jump peak. Over the smoke, passive line, Org, the best weapon for the job. Dihar is going to have to forego his weapon and essentially his role in this round. It's going to be swapped over to the healthier Alu. So here comes the go. Molly's rain in, flashes 2. Yakinda readies himself for war. James will drop this stop Molly. And oh, you can hear what that's doing to Doto. Just a light lick. Yakinda to be peaked here.
Oh!
Flashes are there, the spray is...
Sketchy.
Oh, it's very sketchy. Does stabilize. VP, a man advantage. So much health taken from ENCE, but with the bomb down, there's a chance. And Alu extends it. This is why you give him the AK. Oh, caught off, tried to do too much with it. 2 heads available. Spinks can be the hero. He hasn't done enough. Snappy and Dihar so down low, and now it's only 1. Can he lead by example? It's a hard shot. He will find the first. Kits are plenty. James, though, with the AWP. He's pre-aiming the right spot. Finished off. VP continue to make that gap oh so small. 15-3. Eat your heart out. 15-11. VP. I think they had a timeout talk.
Yeah, clawing themselves back into this. At one point in this game, Yakinda, the man on your screen here, had only 3 kills, so he's definitely started to find a bit more form. Up to 16 now, and just delaying after that sketchy initial spray. Good to close it out against Snappy there. Pressure moments, every single moment of this for VP. It is on a knife's edge. They lose the round. It's all over Red Rover. But ENCE with the plant, they facilitate another buy here. They can go again, but look at the spree of rounds this time. 8 on the trot for Virtus.pro. They try and claw this one back. Normally they're the team letting teams come back on them.
Yeah, Yakinda called the timeout. He said, listen, do you want to be remembered as the team that went down 16-3 against ENCE? Or do you want to be the team that came back 15-3 against ENCE? Think about it.
Think about it. Go look in the mirror.
Yeah.
Well, we're looking at this one as they go towards long. Last time was a 4-man lean. This time it's just James.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be quite as ready to contest. There's a lot of bullets unloaded into that long smoke. Yakinda taking some liberties as well up mid. Ooish, good nade as well.
He has been copping a few in the last couple of rounds.
Yeah, he's been kept very quiet.
James going to be cleared by this. They will need to use a smoke on his position.
Can't get away.
Down. That's an entry.
A huge opener. James can no longer contribute. Provided by Snappy. The best advantage and chance we've seen from ENCE in some time. And Sanji dropping a smoke to peek over. Looking for info. Safely. The nade could do a lot. Seems destined for success. Oh. Ouch. Perfect play. Can VP overcome the early man disadvantage? Kick it, lingering in the smoke. The timing is everything. They're so flashed, and the spray is good. It's golden. Oh my God. It's all 4. Alu steals one away from Kicker, but it's all the same. The round is won, and VP are doing it.
They got to get fired up right now in that VP camp, especially after the plays that are keeping them in this. Sanji, the support player that you need, giving them so much damage with that nade, so much info. And Kick It just wild through the smoke, spamming left, right, and center.
You can't help but feel like there's just nothing to be called. Call a timeout. Actually, I tell you, that's what something I'd want to call, maybe after the Deagles have been played out. But my God, I mean, this is just evidence. If anyone was ever wondering, is Counter-Strike a mental game? That just sounds like floaty, vague, sweeping statements. James just rushed into lower tunnels against the Deagle buy just to rub more salt into this gaping wound of a 15-3 lead.
Well, the confidence is here now.
It is, isn't it? Different human beings holding the mouse and keyboard now.
In the first half, they looked scared to take fights. They had no conviction in any areas on the map, and now they're standing, they're fighting, they're delivering. The scoreline is 15-13. Blink and you miss it. 10 on the trot. The VP, touching distance, are taking us to overtime here.
No way.
What a comeback this will be. We've already had a bunch of crazy comebacks. Remember the 14-4s? Yep. We're in here watching 14-4s go down time and time again. 15-3. Here we go. All back out.
I mean, at any moment, this can be ENCE's moment, ENCE's round. I mean, one misplaced step from a Virtus.pro member, one B defender caught out early. It can all go wrong. They even found the opening onto James, but this time around, it's James putting a bullet into Diha. Alu, look at him. He's a man possessed. He actually wants to try and make something happen early. The molly stops the fight. Nade onto his nose as they peek, but still he delivers. Experience displayed. And the tenacity for the equalizer converts. Now, you can see, Sanji and Yakinda have talked about this. They decided to retake long and play for the retake. A 2-2 split of resources. The bomb plant likely, unless Yakinda's up for a very hard shot. Oh, the taps, and they're there. They connect through the box. VP are doing it. The nade onto Snappy will soften him up.
Second nade.
Down to 24. Alu was on top of him as well. The AWPer would have to step up here. It's a predictable peak. They'll be looking at it. The edge of that smoke, it's so tempting. Alu just lurks around that side of it, baits the shot out of Buster. Spinks has provided another. Can ENCE do it? Kickert doesn't think so. Alu does. And he does pull the trigger onto one. Sanji, quick to trade. All onto Snappy. Can he end it for ENCE? The time is so close. They need to be defusing now. Snappy can do it. He just needs a frag. They're both jumping at him. Sanji. Pulls them across the line. 14. Oh, dear. ENCE have to go again.
Oh, they get the plant again. They do so much damage. They do so much hard work. They stop Jame early. They get onto the site and they give themselves another buy round here.
Damn, that was chaos, dude. Look at this. They both have strafes and shots. And
what's Kicker doing?
I don't know. In my mind, I thought Sanji was strafing behind him, right? Like they were both going to move on either side of the box at the same time, but he's there for the trade. Oh my God, we go again. 15-3. You're tired of hearing it. I know you are. ENCE have nothing to show for this T side. They haven't felt that taste of victory since the 3rd round of the 2nd half.
Yeah, everybody's come alive for VP here. You got your Kinder now up to 20 kills. You wonder where that's come from, just round after round, grinding back into this. Exactly.
We were starting a conversation about his 5-16 scoreline.
I think he heard us, but Orb's been dropped for Ali. One final ride here in regulation on the big green. Can he make the difference here at the mid doors? First shot, Wiles not going to tag. 3 players stacked over towards B, but they're coming out long. Dodo's got space.
Plenty of it. Makes it clear. Things will slow down, I suspect.
Kicker's already pushing tunnels. This is a change from VP. They're throwing something different in the mix.
But there is that curveball of a very passive Spinx.
Dihar and Snappy are coming back through spawn now with the bomb. Who's going to blink first? How far are VP going to take this push?
If they smoked off T steps, my God, imagine.
Sanji's looking. Yeah. Sanji's seen them.
Oh, he has.
He's been spotted too.
They've got util. They've got util. What do you do? Smoke? No, incendiary. And your plan's starting to fall apart right before your very eyes. That was the call. Look at Snappy. Bombs at spawn. They'll re-smoke on it. You've lost tons.
Yeah, can't hang around.
This is going to leave a very bad taste in your mouth. What do we do now?
Well, they're completely evaporating back towards long. This is where they had all the room at the start. This setup from VP. They're not playing anybody facing long whatsoever. 2 towards mid, 1 towards upper tunnels, 2 over towards catwalk. And with 45 seconds left, ENCE only have 1 move, and that's going long.
Kinder's waiting for the second smoke to arrive. You'll hear them, and he'll peek on it. Oh no, missed smoke, not like this. He gets it through the smoke. Kicker's vulnerable, begging for a boost, anything he can to get back up on the site. Doto catching nades and bullets. Your Kinder's caught another. ENCE, you've got time. Get that bomb down. Can they do anything else? Your Kinder wants to push on the flash, and he's got another. He has reawoken from his slumber. And ENCE, from 15-3, having to accept their fate. Can Snappy and Alu turn this one on its head in their last chance saloon? Impending doom, VP 4, but time is of the essence. They need to close this gap, and they need to do it now.
Halfway ticked.
Already shots are starting to hit.
It gets low.
Snappy and Alu hitting their shots is not enough. I think there's time. Straight onto the defuse, and OT secured. Virtus.pro, the comeback kings. We go again. OT required to separate these two. And ENCE need to piece their head back together again. Their mental will be broken. We outside, we barely indoors because welcome back. If your friend just linked you the stream and said you gotta see this, it was a 15-3 lead. Everything pointed towards ENCE taking one of the top dogs down a peg. Well, we're back into overtime. 15-3 becomes 15-15. VP do awaken, and ENCE put to bed. This is going to be an interesting one now, Chad. You're leaning VP's way just purely based off of momentum. I still don't know which way I'm going to cut it. Can the T rounds come in for ENCE? They've been so elusive. Pistol and conversion was all they showed on their T side in regulation. They have to prove they can win these weapon rounds with all the bells. And this is 16K start money. They've got everything they could desire.
Yeah, right here, right now, they're set up for success. And poof, Snappy off the gate is going to take a tag through the door, down to 3 HP. And seems if you can find Alu sleeping. Inspired now, VP. They've woken up. You bang on there. Someone who's fallen asleep. Diha hasn't had a kill in the last 8 rounds of play.
Jesus. He was on for a 30 as well, so yeah, completely cooled off, like ice pack in the crotch cold.
Last kill he had was with the Tech 9, and it's not just him. I'm just using that as the contrast here because he has been the workhorse for this team up until the tail end of the second half. Again, they want to go for one of these cat hits. Already down a man. Already used a big chunk of their utility here. They have a smoke for bridge. They got flashes to get on out and mollies for the site, but all in all, VP have handled these type of plays time and time again.
Every Sanji CT perspective is just some nerdy little nade he plans to throw. And now Buster and Sanji pull in more triggers. Bodies are dropped and they're trying to punish B. However, Buster's ready. Diha gonna have to give it a good go. Or cleans things up. But yeah, as I was saying, Sanji, I swear, like we've seen him throw that. He's sitting there with a smoke pulled, a flash pulled. He's always playing for the team. And Virtus.pro, another CT round. They're getting very comfortable with their CT rounds. They've been getting plenty of them. In fact, 12 in complete and total succession.
I can guarantee you this, when VP swap over, it's not going to be the same caged, lost-looking side that we saw in that first half. They will have a whole new energy about them. When you consider ENCE, think about how many rounds they've now lost in a row, where they've had no traction, right? All of that momentum that they were carrying through, it's been taken away. They have not been able to solve this puzzle, let alone find kills on some of their players. And they're continuing at this slow pace. 4 players towards upper B. Just Doto outside long, listening for that duel with Sanji. They're set up ready to pounce, and well, guess what? VP have just left the bomb site. 3 players want to fight towards middle. Yakinda tasked to deal with that lurk smoke he's just seen limp on out. Kicker's over here too. VP is set up perfectly for this one. 2 players over towards the car, 1 in the back of the site, and if it is a mid to B split or just a pop through tunnels, they will get absolutely decimated, ENCE.
Especially because you know you're going to lazy clear. When you kill 1 bricks, you're not going to be desperate to check for the deep hidden second player. Buster always found on B, so him firing off shots is nothing out of the ordinary.
This is the same maneuver. They just want to buy a bit of space for this mid play. So lots of traction up towards upper tunnels, hoping to find a player rotating in through spawn. Nothing given, and now Diha. Mid to B, they go.
He hears them. Buster calls it through mid, and it's easy for Yakinda. Nice from Diha, finding his frags now. Is going to be caught by the third. Wasn't expecting that one.
Yeah, lost in the comms there. Kicker already had a kill. He was definitely on the site.
A nice shot from Alu puts ENCE back into contention. That's the B player gone. The bomb will go down, and it's Sanji and James, the A pair, with lots of util. No smoke. And Incendiary could make things awkward, though, for Alu's positioning. And oh, Sanji does not clear the bricks. Top of the tons bricks.
Jay may as well go for this 16K.
No reason not to. Doto. Oh, he hits it as well. You really don't have to give him much.
Whoa.
There's ENCE's first, the elusive T round with guns.
What's that, first round in the last...
14?
Yeah, 13, 14, yeah. So that right there is, yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Kicker got that first, and then Diha just jumping on in. I don't think, you know, the comms were quite there. They weren't calling out the names. Could have gone the wrong way, but they pull this one back. So ENCE finally breaking through. 2 would be a dream. 2 would be unheard of.
It would.
Both teams have had abysmal T-halves here today.
Let's see if they can piece it together. Out long. Not contested. Kick it does get across on that flash, and it won't be called, or at least won't be safe calls for Alu. He lost his vision as well. So to long it is. And again, VP suspicions are Correct, hedging their bets. 3 towards A. What do you reckon of their setup this time?
Sanji's dropped on down. He won't be playing that same janky position he was jumping over before with that smoke to delay. Yakinda's actually going to drop one of his own design. And at this stage, it looks like the long commit. They're walking on up. 3 players behind Alu's AWP.
They love this setup. We're about to find out why. They cross. Tightest of lines and a collateral from the AWP. Look at the bomb.
Oh, dear.
Oh, there's flames on it and everything.
They gotta get it.
They gotta push through it. They got so much time, but Doto goes down to the molly spread.
Lost in the smoke, in the flames. That is all over Red Rover.
Catastrophe. On the cross. Nothing left for these two. And you can see VP, after that burst of contact, are happy to just sit still. Come and find us. Come and get us. This round is ours. We know the momentum lies with us. We were down in the dump, staring down the barrel of an absurd amount of rounds to overcome. It is only Alu.
Alu has a good idea. There's a player towards quad.
He's hit that shot as well. With 25 seconds left, he'd need to find another, and now drops into CT. Oh, brave, living for it. But the 17 is going VP's way. Let's see the Jame highlight reel.
Oh, stars align. They did it for him. They ran in there for him. All right. Luckiest one you'll see Jame get in a while. Now, this is it. VP, I said, you're not going to get that same team who look caged, who look slow. I think they'll have learnt their lesson. Or at least I hope they will.
So they posted 3 rounds, right? It was 3, yeah. We got OT. So yeah, 3 T rounds is all we saw from Virtus.pro.
Well, this boost is going to get run over. Diha's going to be caught in the open if they're quick.
He's so blind. They're so fast. He does take Jame down. There's no trade available. That's a dream. And ENCE need more. Pulling out that double AWP setup, it does enable a much more prominent presence in mid. Sanji's got a flash for sure. Interesting. I wonder if Snappy's there. No. But enables the walk up safe.
Doto playing for info right now. They already have the man advantage and he's still taking
the
space.
Bomb carrier.
He may even do that.
Sanji's so isolated from the pack. And they line up. Who gets 2? ENCE snatching away a 17th here, keeping it competitive on their defense. Not so cagey from VP, sure, but aggression from Doto. And Sanji is completely isolated now.
Yeah, there's not too many places they can be, VP. Doto's completely cut this map in half. Think about the clutches he's had now, this impact round here in overtime.
2 clutches, that's right, I remember. Regulation.
So noisy, he's going to be dead. Oh, okay.
Never write Sanji out of a round, my dude.
Oh, what's he could do now?
Good, tested the water, and Diha very quick on the draw. Gets the info on the cross, and Diha has been hitting a lot of these shots. Sanji tries to strafe it out. 17 to 17.
This could just be the game that never ends.
Yeah.
It might be one of those, because this comeback is already insane. So
crazy.
We may as well set ourselves up. Everyone make yourself comfortable here. And the reason that this push is facilitated for Doto is the fact that Jame's dead. It means that Sanji may have to plug that hole. And that's exactly what happened, because Sanji normally watching the long push, right? So Doto with an educated guess on a push like that, you're never going to know, but you know, you're guesstimating.
I'm with you. That's actually really good insight. I hadn't thought about that.
They're doing the same play. Fast down middle, and Diha wants to contest this around their mid to be cross smoke. That'll deny a lot of early access. And, well, I guess I'm wrong. VPR looking like the caged animal again. This is slow, limp, drawn out. No early aggression across the map. Spawns not their favor out long by any means. And to go out late, well, and still have 3 players over towards A. This is some very slow stuff. We know that the trick of Jame just parking himself in the mid doors with the AWP, waiting for rotations, that was found out. ENCE pummeled him down time and time again. And, oh, with the clock, they're not going to be greeted with any aggressive plays here. Yakinda will get the space.
They're trying to make it feel like a mid to B, and it's going to be pretty convincing if Yakinda commits. I don't know if he will. But if you straight up die to Yakinda mid, that is going to force your CTs out of position. Doto,
smoke.
What a great smoke. They might come through gray screened. Or they'll have to wait it out and respect it. Okay, interesting state of affairs here.
I know there's one player CT with those nades thrown. Good idea that one player still close long.
CTs are super light on util.
40 seconds now. Maybe the mid to B is the right play. Setting up for it. Smoke's going to land.
Diha and Spinks have passed this test before. Snappy previously catching. Whoa, they got double mollies, triple mollies, no bullets connecting. Spinks tested, and oh, the heads have been lost. VP looking set for a T round here. And James just biding his time. Alu's his next victim. And that's 3 in round. And that's 18 in total. VP are given a chance to complete this Cinderella story. Absolutely absurd that it's even become a part of the conversation. We had 2 stomps, 16-7, 16-6, no eyebrows raised whatsoever. ENCE come in and look like they're about to send one of the favorites in this head-to-head down a peg. Now VP, they have the chance. ENCE couldn't do it in 14 rounds straight. 12 in regulation. Let's see.
Just out long. Look at him. So many flashes. It's 8 flashes out long there just to get them a little bit of control. Using so much utility of VP, and now they can finish with this long play. Dust2 found success through this push before. Yakinda looks aware this time.
Your decision-making in the next 90 seconds will determine whether or not you continue to play at Pro League. No one wants to be the one to go down first. Now, well, this wide open.
Dust2.
Too tempting. He had to follow it, and Yakinda shuts him down. Dust2 now forced to watch. Hands off the mouse and keyboard as his team look to overcome a man disadvantage by his own doing. They flash for info. VP are not in a hurry. Set up on long. Yakinda's tasked with just generic tons control. And we're going to be seeing the smokes deployed now. They've got 45 seconds to advance. Alu posted up on the AWP. Spinks to throw out a touch of his own utility, but it's a single smoke. It's not enough to convince them. They only have 3 more. And he's dropped his own at 30 seconds. VP, I want to overcook this.
They're hoping they'll over-rotate because there's really no info right now for ENCE. They're just hoping it's a long play. They're just banking on an A play. Yakinda's going to be late through mid on this.
Spinks' nade looks promising. 25. And a reload required. Here comes the cross. 20 seconds. VP. Oh, 1 caught. Last bullet from the org. Now they have to plant. Buster given the responsibility. Alu's already taken the bomb out of his hands as well. Issues. They can boost to contest. It looks like OT2 is a practical guarantee.
Yakinda's still coming.
He is up short. Alu's ready. ENCE securing this one. It's only Kickert and Jame. And only Kickert with the first. Now a second. Perhaps they can finish it right here, right now. Up against the odds. Jame to finish the job as only Spinks. Missing his shot. Oh, no way! That is a disaster! Virtus.pro put some respect on their name. Down 15-3. And they take it in OT.